So I wanted to show you, I am working on this chair over here, and I am going to put stripes on it. I don't know if you can see. This is one I already did. There we go. Isn't that cute? We're gonna put some transfers on that. I've painted this white. I've sanded it. These chairs are over 100 years old and in bad shape. So I have a customer that she wanted me to redo them, but yet leave them so they're kind of vintage looking. So she wanted stripes on them. So now we have stripes, and I was just gonna get on here real quick and show you this one that I'm working on. So I had to tape, that's all the green tape. I guess they call it frog tape. I had to use that, and I used this to kind of line up. I took all this off, and that's where my white part is going to turn to be the black. I'm using chalk paint, and actually it's not black, it's graphite. I used this just to make sure that my tape was sealed down well, because I don't want to have any of the leakage coming through. And I've decided to start with a roller. So I got one of these little rollers, which it makes it real convenient to use. And I'm gonna spray my roller just a little bit with a little bit of water. That's all that is. And I have some paint here. So I'm just gonna kind of load up my roller here, and you can't see it, I got it down here on the extra table. I don't want to get too much, so I'm kind of offloading it a little bit. And I'm gonna go on all the part that's white, as you can see. So, and I have it taped off, so hopefully we don't get any leakage. We did it the first time and it worked out well. And I went over it a couple times. See, that roller makes it easy. I even taped back here on my spindles so I wouldn't get any paint, because I tend to get paint on everything. Kind of a sloppy painter. So I'm just going back over here with my roller, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. And I'll be sure to post this final product when I get done. It's gonna be so cute. I've got some chicken transfers. She's a big chicken fan, so that will be cute. And I didn't get the idea myself. I was on Pinterest trying to get ideas what to do for chairs and stuff. And I seen somebody else had done one with chickens, and it was such a cute idea. I thought, okay, we're gonna do this, but tweak it and make it my own. You always tend to get inspired getting on Pinterest, even YouTube, and checking things out that other people are creating or doing, and it gives you ideas. So kind of that's what we're doing. Just rolling, offloading. And these chairs were in pretty bad shape, honestly. I did have to put a primer on them first, and then I used salt wash to give me some texture to keep that aged look. And then I did tons of sanding too with it. So, and then I'll show you, I'm just gonna take a little brush, like a little detail brush. And once again, I'm using chalk paint. This is the anti-slime chalk paint. So I can stipple in where there's like dips and stuff to try to get some of the white covered. And then I'll roll over this again. And then back here where I can't get my roller, I will go along here. And you see me doing that. Lord knows, I don't want to move my camera, because once I move that camera, all kinds of weird things happen on me trying to get it back on there. All right, guys, just kind of giving you an idea on how to do stripes without a lot of leaking through or smearing. As you've seen, we did the other, I'll push this guy back. This is the one I did, and we'll fix all this here. We'll fix all this part down here, but made some really pretty nice stripes on there with not lots of leaking through. That's how you do stripes with tape. I did it before on a dresser on this side and it looked really cute. So if you ever want to add a little bit of oomph to your project, then stripes is your way, and then you can put transfers over that. You can stencil over that. You just need to make sure with this one that I did already, I lacquered it before I put my stripes down, and then I used a spray-on lacquer because I didn't want my graphite to smear or run. Even though it was dry, a lot of time the lacquer could activate the darker color paint, and I didn't want to take any chances. I didn't want any shadowing, any streaking, anything like that. So I took it outside and I sprayed it with, it was, I think, Rust-Oleum clear coat matte, and I sprayed it with that. And now I'll go, when I get off here, I'll go over this again with my liquid lacquer, and then I will put a transfer on that, and then I have an option to lacquer it or to wax it, whatever I want to do. So stay tuned and continue to watch our videos if you want more tricks and tips, and I'll see you again. Thank you.